I guess we're off.
Watch out for ranged attacks!
I'm going.
I'll take it from there! Here I go!
I'm on it.
Warning! S-level threat detected!
I detect treasure.
That looks like a nice chest.
Going all in.
Initiating drive. Activating drive.
Payback time!
I'll take you on! Activating drive. Give him your all! Now! Mr. Salesian! Activating skill. Huh? Activating skill. Ha! Activating skill. Here I go. Activating skill.
Sucker!
Oh my. Quite the reception.
I detect treasure.
Be sure to keep your distance.
Give me your worst. time.
I'll take you on. I suggest we strike now. I won't hold back. Keep it up. Activating drive.
All you, Agnes.
Activating skill.
I'm going.
Mr. Salesian!
Come here. I need you.
A chance.
Activating skill. There we go.
Huh, looks like a chest.
Enemies sighted. Be careful.
Huh, looks like a chest.
Brace yourself! Show them what you're really capable of!
Gotcha!
We're not done yet! We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Enemy suppressed. Nice work. That looks like a nice chest. I see a stopping point. Would you care to rest?
That hits the spot.
Now's your chance to boost. Some arts work better.
Going all in.
Initiating drive. I suggest we strike now. I won't hold back.
Make it count!
Mr. Salesian! Activating skill. There!
All you on, yes.
Activating skill.
A chance.
Reset!
What was that?
It sounded like the water splashing outside.
It must have come from the swamp out front.
Maybe we should look into it, just in case.
Over there!
Agnes! Ketra! Don't look!
No! This can't...
Professor Callahan!
The cause of death was drowning. I suspect he was knocked unconscious before being thrown into the swamp. Send the body for an autopsy right away.
Yes, ma'am.
Hold on a minute!
I'll leave this to you.
Of course you will. This is out of your jurisdiction.
Why is a murder happening all the way out here? Just what are you people covering up?
We are currently conducting an investigation. This area is off limits.
We don't need your permission when a civilian is dead. Our code is all the permission we need.
Don't you realize this murder could go unsolved if you charge in and start disturbing the crime scene?
Should you ever find yourself stuck when trying to solve a problem, take a step back and look at the bigger picture. That applies to more than just research, too, you know. It will be the key to finding your answer.
Yes? Thank goodness, I finally got through. Never mind that. That's just a diversion. Hurry back to the city right away. There's a tea party getting started over here.
Ren?
Oh my, looks like you got me. So, did you get everyone to safety?
We did, but what's going on?
They've only just arrived, fortunately, so we should be able to hold the fort until you get back. But you have to hurry.
This could get tricky with so many.
Engaging enemy!
Show them what you're really capable of!
Gotcha!
We're not done yet! There! Let's see. Yes! You guys! Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad you're okay.
We evacuated all of the students. The other groups should also be somewhere safe.
I wish I had better news about the comm situation. I did what I could to give instructions to the police and the other bracers.
Hold on! You're not going too, are you, Agnes? Think about the situation. You'll be much safer with us.
Albert. Don't worry. I'll be fine. I promise. I'll be back soon.
Damn it.
Look at her. She's got one rough path ahead of her, but there she goes, charging straight forward with a sprint in her step. So let's follow her lead and focus on doing what we can here. Well said. Communications are still unstable, so I could use all the help I can getting in touch with everyone. Miss CID agent, my friends with the guild, Odette and Albert, it's time we got started. Let's do this!
Let's get to work.
Fully replenished. Show them what you're really capable of.
Thanks a whole bunch, Theo. Zeros. I've got this!
I eagerly await your performance. Here goes. Leave this to me.
Here goes.
Show them what you're really capable of. The help was much appreciated.
Supervisor, everyone, please be okay.
Activating shards. Activating skill.
Over here. All for you.
Give them your all.
Up to you, Reset.
There we go.
I'm sorry, I know we're in a hurry, but can we stop by that house?
There are so many of them. Look
That is
out.
Professor Hamilton's residence, correct?
Activating
Time for the
skill.
main event.
Sure thing. We just gotta be quick about it.
Vandalize! Raid!
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
All you, Agnes. Sucker.
Activated skill.
Beginning engagement. Brace yourself. I can live with this.
Nice job, Agnes.
Show them what you're really capable of.
Battle finished. You did exemplary work. Activating skill.
Add some more!
I won't hold back.
Here's a little more.
Mr. Salesian!
Sucker!
Fan!
Activating skill! Now!
There are a lot of enemies in this area. Everyone in the workshop will be alright.
Give me your worst.
Activating skill.
Here's a little more.
Mr. Salesian! Now's your chance to boost! No! I won't lose! I suggest we strike now.
Add some more! A chance!
Give them your all! Now!
Let's get to work.
Don't forget about your charge attack!
Gotcha.
Combat over! Processing data!
There's still more!
Gotcha. Good work, guys. We all in one piece?
Engage the enemy!
Show them what you're really capable of!
Thanks a whole bunch, Theo, Zeros.
The aerotrams are inoperable. Use the bridge to cross into the artisanal district. Evacuate into the church for the time being. Bracers will be there in roughly 10 minutes.
The observatory is on the left side of the campus.
Got it. Then we'll cut through the building and get there ASAP.
This place is crawling with mechanical nightmares.
It's a good thing Yang got everyone out when he did.
Don't forget about your charge attack! Enemy suppressed. Nice. Work. This looks like a stopping point.
Whew, that hits the spot.
The telescope's nowhere to be seen now.
That's the main terminal then?
That's right. It's also known as the Aurora, and it's the pride of Basel. Professors Hamilton and Callahan led the charge in making it 4 years ago with the Institute, Vern, the Epstein Foundation, and ZCF support. But what program is it running?
I can't make heads or tails of such complex code.
Look up there!
The 5th Genesis. Figures we'd find it here. Along with...
I suspected you would come, Arkwright Solutions.
Oh, that we would meet again so soon after the film festival. It must be Adios's will bringing us together. The threads of fate bind us ever so strongly indeed.
Can't say I'm not a fan of that kind of thing.
The monsters from the gardens who stole Ida from us!
Oh, you learned the name of my old home, did you? And I see that Marduk concierge has officially joined your ranks. Professor Hamilton's favorite little one, too. Aren't we getting popular?
This kid's just with us as an advisor.
So you're the ones who led Professor Callahan astray. What are you trying to do with the Aurora? You have no right to be using it!
Oh, how misunderstood I am! I'll have you know that the professor and I had quite a special connection. In fact, he gave us permission to use it. And since he was one of the developers, I think that does give us the right. This was very different from the relationship I had with President Dillon, by the way. It was more one of mutual benefit. Though I'll admit that certain inclinations of his did make my job a lot easier. A sensual whisper here, a little buttering up there, and he was more than ready to break every taboo I ever wanted.
How could you exploit someone so?
It's not our place to judge what turns someone on. That stuff's personal. But you're still a piece of shit with a parking spot reserved in Gehenna.
Right, and we'll be happy to give you a taste of the flames that await you right here. We're going to recover that Genesis and avenge those you've taken from this world.
Look at me, public enemy number one. Think you could lend me a shoulder to cry on, Olympia?
You are only reaping what you sowed. Of course, the terms of my contract also do not allow me to simply give you all what you want.
That angelic being we saw in Tharbad.
Theo!
Scanning material makeup. Unknown. High probability that the target is a form of artifact.
Thought so. It's about the only thing that explains how it can fight like it does. There's more to it than meets the eye, too.
Indeed. Take care, everyone. Your instincts serve you well. Incidentally, as I did not have the opportunity to introduce myself in Tharbad, I am Olympia, overseer of the Garden of Aram. This is Ishtanti. Our contract is with Almada at this time, so we remain focused on their needs. But should you require our services after that, we would be happy to oblige.
Huh? You're asking if we want to hire an assassin?
This some kind of joke? Or are you really out of your damn mind?
I was only trying to promote my services.
It's true. She's not capable of joking, I'm afraid. As you can see, she's got work on the brain. Well, I think that's enough preamble. Been a good while, you know, since I tapped into my power as an overseer.
They're auras!
Of course they've been suppressing their power all this time.
We'll need to use shards however we can to survive. Do whatever it takes to hold out.
I can barely keep up with what's happening, but let's do this! Theo! Zeros! We can't allow these intruders to defile this sacred place a moment longer!
Understood.
Give me your worst. I'm Melchior of the Thorns. I'll be playing with you today.
Olympia of Arum, executing contract.
Oh, what's the matter?
Activating drive.
Activating drive.
Ready when you are.
Initializing drive.
This'll hurt. Over here! Over here!
Activating skill.
Oh, I get it now.
Heavenly Rondo. So that is how it is.
Is everyone all right? But Malak is even more deadly than we thought.
Pisses me off. You haven't been taking us seriously all this time, have you?
Oh, I showed Beauty's Blade a little of what I'm capable of. Just not you.
Your strength is within my predicted parameters, including those orbital drones.
As if that doll wasn't bad enough. Now we've got those bomb artifacts to deal with too.
The Garden's overseers are capable of even more than we feared it would seem.
If only I could make better use of Theo and Zeros' potential.
You're just so much fun to play with that you've got me all worked up. I don't think I can resist the urge anymore. I know they've got the boss curious, but surely there's no harm in slicing them open while he's not looking.
I am not your boss and will not speak for him. Do as you please.
Bring it, you son of a bitch!
The flames of the Kruga have only just begun to burn. What?
Decoding process complete. Executing emergence program.
Where am I? I see. So it was a success.
That sounds like...
Well, would you look at that? It worked! So how does it feel, Professor? What's it like living in the digital world?
It is even more comfortable than I had imagined. I'm frankly surprised by how comfortable it is, but I suppose it also makes complete logical sense. This is how it feels to be liberated of burdens and distractions. I can think more clearly than ever. The final stage of my work will be a breeze like this. Your expectations will be met.
Oh, that's my big professor. You will be handsomely rewarded for your work.
A recording? No, wait.
You are correct, young lady. This is no mere recording. I am the genuine David Callahan, Professor of Engineering Science at the Basel Institute of Science, and a researcher whose name will go down in history.
How the hell is this even possible?
We saw your body in the swamp!
No way. Don't tell me.
His knowledge, personality, and memories have all been converted into an AI. Most likely through the power of the Genesis. Also that he could surpass the limitations of the human mind and become a singularity.
Professor Callahan, how could...
Well, well, you're even more perceptive than I expected. What a vexatious little maid you are.
Must you be like this every time, Melchior? Our work here is done. We have no reason to stay any longer.
Fine, fine. I suppose you're right. We'll see you later, Professor.
Very good, then. I will be waiting for you.
Warning! Explosives detected!
That little bastard!
The Aurora! Zeros! Use your stun mode to stop... No, you don't! No!
Ketra, you can't!
Get back here!
I won't let it happen. I won't let anyone damage the place she holds so dear!
Shit!
Damn it!
There it is. I thought something was off about you, but I never figured it ran that deep. I wonder if this is what came out of analyzing that other emperor and the rest of those types.
I will need to revise my expectations of Marduk's capabilities.
And speak of the devil, I suppose it's time we made our exit then,
As someone connected to another being not of flesh, you have my respect. Till we meet again.
No way.
Reset!
This is all my fault.
You gonna be okay?
Yes. I think so.
I apologize for our sudden arrival during the frenzied events of yesterday. To start this off, I am General Manager of Marduk Total Security Company, Gilliam Thorndyke. This is our Chief of Security, Qasim Al-Fayed.
A pleasure to meet you all.
I was not expecting you to travel all the way to Basel, but it is an honor to meet you all the same. I've heard many a rumor about how shrewd a manager you are, Mr. Thorndyke. Together with your Chief of Security's combat exploits.
You make me blush, Your Highness.
I am humbled by your words.
I arrived in my home country a few days ago, so I'm afraid I'm not up to date on all the latest developments. But am I to understand that Marduk will be responsible for securing the city of Basel for the remainder of the day?
That is correct. Off the record, a presidential executive order was issued yesterday to that effect. A CID Special Ops unit will be arriving in the city this evening. Marduk's task will be to secure key facilities in Basel until they are ready.
We've also brought one of the Ix-Alba series of airships that we're currently testing on behalf of the Republican Army. Said airship will allow us to ensure the integrity of the Orbital network. Our goals on this particular occasion are simply to protect this city and its orbital network. Rest assured that much like your country, we have no intention of getting too deeply involved in Basel's affairs.
There is some merit to that argument, but it also leaves out a number of key facts. You are to see that shareholders' Mira is used to generate a profit, and yet you covered up a huge potential problem for over a month. We confirmed last night that it wasn't just Almada's money being used for ill. Elsheim's investments were also misappropriated. And if these are the result of you turning a blind eye to Professor Callahan's behavior all this time...
You keep your mouth shut! Just who do you think you are? Who gave you the right to speak? I don't care if you are student council president at Aramis. This is none of your...
I am here as a special advisor for Liberals' ZCF. I also serve as a negotiator representing the Epstein Foundation. In other words, I'm here to speak up against anything that threatens their interests, which this has. Now, do I have the right to speak?
Will you grow a damn spine? The danger here isn't over. Anyone can see that. And you still intend to do nothing after what happened to Callahan? Professor Hamilton left you in charge of Vern, of Basel. Don't you feel any shame?
In any event, We now have half a day before the cogs start turning again. Even if we do nothing, the Calvardian government will see to it that matters are resolved. But knowing how egregiously my country's funds have been misused, I refuse to stand by and do nothing. So, Arkwright Solutions. Might I enlist your services for the remainder of the day? Of course, you can approach the task in whatever way best suits you, just as you did in Tharbad and have done many times before. My only true wish is that you put a stop to all modest plans before they can bear fruit. Does this sound doable?
We'll be well compensated for this, I trust?
Qasim, why?
It's been some time, Farida. I hear you've been taking good care of my sister, Arkwright Solutions. As for you, Van, it's been 2 years, I believe? I understand you've greatly improved your use of the stun caliber and your martial arts. Reset mentioned as much. As your former instructor, that fills me with great pride.
In that, we are agreed. Still, while we might be providing our services and your weapon, I believe the contract between us to be an equal one. I hope that we can continue our fine partnership, Mr. Arkwright. Information on our concierge is classified, I'm afraid. However, if an approximate time frame will suffice, I suppose I can oblige. About a year ago. Still, I know she's in good hands with Associate Professor Archett. I also happen to bring some compatible parts that she can use. Though I regret that Ms. Twinings will not be able to provide you with any more of her services for the time being. Well, I apologize for meddling in your affairs then. With that said, we must take our leave. We've negotiations with the Republican Army to attend to. As I mentioned during the conference, we've no intention of interfering in this crisis any more than is necessary. Fascinated though I am by what a genius can achieve through an obsession that knows no bounds.
There are a number of matters Abi and I disagree on. Whether you are suited to being a warrior is very much one of them. Still, I can only assume it was the guidance of the flames and Arusha that led you here. Battle is almost upon us, and I will be watching to see how you fare through it.
Fairy.
As much as I'd love to write him off as an arrogant asshole, I can't get enough of a read on him. Just how tough is he?
I'd say he's one of the strongest Jaegers who ever lived.
Hello there.
I hope everything went well.
Thanks. Sounds like you pulled an all-nighter, huh?
Looks like Zeros is up and running again. Fortunately for us, the damage for him wasn't so bad. I just wish I could say the same about Rosette. Putting her back to the way she was is going to take a while.
Please, don't be so downhearted. The first-rate care you've been giving me has stabilized my vitals a considerable amount.
I'm relieved to hear that.
Have you spoken to Mr. Thorndyke?
Did before coming here, yeah. He's as much of a questionable character as I was expecting. Their chief of security is the same old standoffish grump, too. You'd think it'd kill him to put on a smile.
That's just how they are, I'm afraid.
It's fine, you know. You don't need to force yourself to speak.
For what it's worth, her life isn't in any danger here. The medicine you helped me with yesterday seems to have been working wonders.
She's right. It has really made this easier for me.
Good to hear. We sure didn't think it'd end up being used on you when we took that job on.
The artificial limbs that Mr. Thorndyke brought with him are compatible with her, too. That's not to say you shouldn't take it easy. Anything that involves the nervous system is a heavy burden on the body. The best thing you can do for yourself right now is get lots and lots of rest.
I will. Thank you. Though, I truly am sorry for not being able to support you all when you need it most.
Don't sweat it. We can take things from here. You just kick back and relax. Next time you wake up, you can bet we'll have good news to share. And a hell of a big bonus, too.
I'll have to look forward to that then, won't I? Follow your hearts and act as you always do. And everything will be fine.
Sorry, but I'd like to ask you something. Why? Why did you risk your life to save mine? No one should have to put themselves through something like this over someone like me.
It was because you were just so dazzlingly radiant in that moment, I suppose.
What?
You have so many people who care about you, and you care about them just as much in return. To someone who's lost her bonds, memories, and even body, the sight was almost blinding. I'm a little jealous of all you have, if I'm to tell the truth. So please, treat yourself like an irreplaceable treasure. Not just for you, but for those who love you too.
Wait! Please. If it's not too much to ask, could I keep helping you? I want to stop Professor Callahan and the devils who've done this to him by my own hand. No matter what it takes.
Oh, Katra.
Sorry, but no can do.
I suppose that's the right decision after I landed Rosette in a hospital bed. I wasn't able to use Fio and Zeros at even half of their potential, either. If all I'm gonna be is a burden to the team...
That ain't what I'm saying. You're no burden. We're gonna need you and your engineering know-how here for sure. But we're also not a charity. We only do favors for people if the client and price are a good fit. You heard what Rosette said, right? If you did, then you should know what you gotta do. And where you went wrong.
You're right. I should never have done something that would upset the people who care about me. And I never will again. I just want to stop the chaos unfolding in Basel and the misuse of technology that created it. And if I'm gonna do that, it's not the help of the police or guild I need. It's you. As compensation, I can offer you my skills and expertise on technology. I can also give you my word that I'll help Essie put Rosette back to the way she was as fast as possible. Is that enough to make me a good fit for you?
It sure is. We'd be happy to take that 4 SPG on. We'll be counting on you now. Couldn't ask for better than a student of Professor Hamilton's.
Thank you. I won't let you down.
Promise me you'll take good care of him, okay? I'll be working around the clock too. Promise. Thank you so much. Time to get down to business.
This might be fundamentally different to what happened in Crossbell, but I still think that is our closest reference point. The Orbal Network and Septium veins were used in the development of highly advanced technology then as well. Basel City also has both, making it the perfect environment to finish what they started.
know.
Why not stay here and relax? Time to start working.
Why not stay here and relax?
Let me ask you something.
Why not stay here and relax?
Go, go, go! This is the arrow train.
Now then.
Can we talk?
Then let's head over.
Why not stay here and relax?
What's going on?
Deploying shards! Over here! All for you! Hit him fast, Barry!
Activating skill.
You're touched! A chance!
Let's party!
Activating drive.
Blazing blast!
Ha!
You
got this, Onias!
You let your guard down.
Perish!
This was nothing more than our response as a part of crisis management. Our firm's concierge has previously analyzed the situation. I will leave the rest to the CID and the local police, as well as them. Farewell.
That's a wrap.
Report deposited. Go, go, go!
ridiculous.
What are we waiting for?
Why not stay here and relax?
I'm not going to do anything reckless anymore. So come on, you two. While the professor's away, it falls on us to... No, that's not why I'm here. I'm here to protect what I hold dear. And with everyone's help, too.
Both the engineering skills and mental development of Katra have reached the required parameters. Unlocking the S-Class offensive program, Dagama Driver.
I see me some nobodies. That hunk of junk supposed to be an airship? Looks pretty damn ancient.
Ancient history, more like. This type's been all but replaced by newer models.
Gotcha! S-level threat detected! Commencing battle. Proceed with caution. Don't forget about your charge attack!
One more!
Thanks a whole bunch, Vio, Zeros.
Looks like a chest.
I detect treasure.
That looks like a nice chest.
I detect treasure. I detect treasure.
Looks like a chest. Looks like a chest.
That looks like a nice chest. That looks like a nice chest. Locked. We can't get in this way.
Then let's find another way. Theo, we'll need your assistance.
Understood.
Aha! I believe we found our way in. Shall we?
Don't have to ask me twice.
That we can rest there. Whew, that hits the spot.
Oh, look! There it is!
So that's gotta be the prototype terminal we came looking for.
That's right. The one that would have formed part of the twin core system. It's presumably been connected directly to the septium vein, granting it the ability to pull resources from all over the region. I doubt even cutting it off from the net would stop what's already begun. I can't believe he made such a system.
It does sound like it wasn't easy, that's for sure. My man poured a lot of sweat and blood into this. Color me impressed you managed to find this place. That's some excellent sleuthing, Arkwright Solutions.
I am also rather impressed that you did so without your Marduk concierge.
Nothing to it. We could smell the stench of your filthy scheme from 1,000 Selge away.
Besides, we didn't do it without Reset. She's right here with us, in spirit.
I did not intend for my statement to cause offense.
Still, this development wasn't exactly in the cards. What are your thoughts, Professor?
A most tedious turn of events indeed. Why must you insist upon hindering my research? No, I know the answer. You simply cannot stand the fact that I'm about to surpass your dear teacher's achievements. But the completion of this most supreme formula is nigh. My grand ambition realized, humanity will leap forward into a new future. I will thank you not to interfere.
Oh, Professor.
We're up against a super advanced AI that replicates one of the greatest minds in the country. Now that he's not held back by his body, he doesn't even need to rest. He can work at full capacity at all times. This might be worse than that computer from 1.5 years ago. At least that one didn't have a genius's brain in it.
And all of this is made possible by that green Genesis. All of this to try and create weapons of pure evil.
Dear, oh dear, young lady. Do try and see the big picture here. Military research has been a force that drives scientific development and civilization advancement since the dawn of its time. Our orbital communications technology and the airships we rely on are both fine examples of that. No, the nuclear weapons I seek to create will one day help bring about peace. Both as part of a larger puzzle in creating energy sources far more efficient than modern orbital energy. And as a true deterrent to erase war for good. None would dare be the first to pull the trigger when every country has nuclear weapons.
Yep, he's sure as hell gone off the rails.
Even if all that happens, all you're gonna spread across the world is fear. That ultimate weapon created in Crossbell 1.5 years ago was built on the same logic. So if that reasoning had anything to it, why didn't that pave the way to peace first?
Don't compare my most noble research to that product of mere coincidence.
Please stop, Professor. We've heard enough. There are lines no researcher or engineer should cross. Human experimentation, biological weapons, brainwashing and mind control, gene editing. Manipulating the atomic structure of matter through fusion reactions risks creating energy beyond our control. We already have a stable energy source in the form of orbital energy. There's no need to dabble with something so risky. That was why the Institute decided to ban researching it. And other colleagues in workshops abroad followed suit. How could you do this when you are the one who taught me all of that?
All pretty words, but a desire to taste the forbidden fruit is what makes us human, is it not? The magicians of the Dark Ages didn't let taboos get in their way. Going back further, you even have events like the Great Collapse, painting how wild the times were. Tell me, is it fun forcing your own sense of morality upon everyone else?
You're twisting my words. It's true that science and engineering are about learning to understand the laws that govern this world. But our goal is to do that as the humans we are at our core. We don't achieve anything by casting aside our humanity, the relationships we've made, the society we've built. If we do that, then the entire foundation that inspires our search crumbles. That's why we have to draw a line in the sand. It's the only thing standing between the noble ambitions of those in our field and the heinous abyss that awaits those who cross it.
Those were Professor Hamilton's. What idiocy. Your reasoning is as naive as hers.
If you really think so little of Katra, why did you call him?
I'm so sorry. I screwed up. Please, stop this. They want my...
Just before becoming an AI, you were filled with regret, weren't you? You wished you'd never gotten involved with the Mafia and been compelled to cross a line no human should. After so much mental anguish, you regained your senses and realized just how far you'd gone. You tried to fight back against them, didn't you?
What nonsense is... I would never...
That call does make a lot more sense when viewed in that light. But there was no resisting this, and the conversion went ahead anyway, leaving only an empty vessel behind. I ain't got a clue if you even remember your last words after what happened to you. But if you're a recreation of the real Professor Callahan, surely you can at least understand them. I can't imagine someone so beloved by many, who even rivaled Professor Hamilton, couldn't.
Man, Agnes.
Are you done? This is getting rather tedious. Congrats on spouting baseless speculation to the last word, all without a shred of hard evidence to back it up. It's going to take a lot more than that to sway someone who cast aside the very shackles of mortality. Oh, it's no skin off my back if you decide to just throw up your hands and give up now. If you no longer care about the government casting you aside, or getting revenge on that impertinent Professor Cronkite, or achieving the ultimate honor of surpassing the likes of LaToya Hamilton, of Claude Epstein even. If you're set on forgetting it all, of rendering all your effort, sacrifice, and humiliation for nothing, I won't stop you.
You must be joking, Melchior. My resolve will never falter. Not when the answer I have dreamed of for so long is close at hand. No, I would damn myself before I ever thought to back down. I will not let all I've suffered be for naught.
Professor!
We almost got through to him.
That's fine. Just means we're doing this the hard way.
At the very least, we need to get that evil imp out of his ear.
Yeah, then we might finally be able to have a proper talk with the guy.
You're surprisingly cocky for a group that struggled before you were a man down. Think I'll break out the big guns. I wouldn't want to disappoint.
Then I will release my first limiter as well. Ishtanti, engage Dominatus mode.
It doubled its wings from 2 to 4.
Sure bodes well for us.
Well, we ain't turning back now. Time to settle the score.
Right! For Reset 2!
With me, Theo, Zeros. We're gonna put a stop to all this.
Understood, Katra.
Deploying shards! Now, leap into my loving embrace.
Engaging Dominatus mode. I cannot guarantee you will live.
Got a present for you. I won't lose. I'll take care of them.
Energy output at activating.
Unleashing full strength. Lance mode activate. Degama driver.
Activating skill. Boost gauge limit exceeded.
Death awaits.
A chance!
Got a whole slew of them.
All out!
Oh, what's time for the main event?
Vandalize! Raid!
Don't go down easy, do you?
You are stronger than anticipated.
Boost gauge
Make it
limit
count,
unlocked.
Aaron!
Over here.
Activating skill.
Like the fight!
You've got this, Agnes.
Going all in.
What say we light things up? Take that! And that!
And then,
Kaboom!
Payback time!
Activating drive. Full boost. Go all out.
Show me what you got.
Activating skill.
Think fast!
it's starting to irritate me.
Impossible.
We did it!
How's that, you psycho?
Oh, you'll pay dearly for that!
They're more synchronized this time. We must respond in kind.
Now's my chance to...
What?
Shit!
Get down!
When did you arrive?
Not a moment too soon, it would seem. Is everyone all right?
Ren?
Hell of an entrance.
Well, here's a big player I didn't expect. Last I'd heard, you retired. So what brings the Society of Ouroboros' former Enforcer number 15 here?
What?
An enforcer? Like the direwolf?
I'll thank you very kindly not to bring up a lady's buried past before an audience, Overseer. I didn't want to turn up uninvited, but you didn't leave me much choice. Not when you have opted to deploy such an underhanded trick where my friends were headed.
That outline looks eerily like a...
Should have known.
a humanoid robot!
It's an assault frame! So this is where all those missing parts ended up.
And it put the Genesis in its chest, too.
Why can't you just be silent and leave me to my work?
That sounds like...
Couldn't be. Professor Callahan?
am so close to perfecting the divine formula I seek. So stop with your incessant meddling!
Crap. So he's inside that thing now?
I'll keep these two out of your way. You focus on the assault frame.
Have it your way.
Well, lucky us. I'm sure you'll be a real ball.
Ren!
She'll be fine. We need to focus on the job at hand. Cutting edge as this thing is, looks like they were sloppy in putting it together. Focus on the back of the joints. We gotta force it to the ground so we can get the Genesis out.
Right!
This will be eliminated!
Now's your chance to boost. Activating skill.
Locking on. Fire! Man!
Activating skill.
Over here! All for you! Make it count, Aaron!
Activating skill.
Dispatching shield. I won't lose.
Pull out all the stops!
Activating drive.
You got this, Agnes!
Here goes.
Good luck. Activating skill.
Over here! All for you!
Charge complete! I'll obliterate you!
I'll take you on. Activating drive. Initiating drive.
Activating skill.
Blazing blast!
Activating skill.
Keep moving, Van!
There!
You got this, Agnes!
Take this!
Catch him! Here goes. Activating drive.
Think fast! Take this! Go, Catra!
Now's your chance to boost. Initiating drive.
Get out of here!
There!
Agnes!
Activating skill.
You're getting on my nerves!
Go time! Eat this, sucker! Have some of this!
Activating skill.
There!
The flinch. Activating skill.
Here goes.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand. Activating skill.
Too slow!
Why?
It stopped moving.
How do you like us now?
That was quite the performance.
No. It looks like we're only just getting started.
What?
The Genesis!
It's drawing energy directly out of the septium veins.
Yes!
Damn it! Get back, kiddos!
I will complete my formula, and there is no one who can hope to stop me!
Ben!
Mayor! You and me have got to have a talk, buddy. This happens every time now. You're doing it on purpose, aren't you?
Ha! There you are. Come on, up to it. Let's go.
I can't believe you.
What is this space? And that hollow is...
Not another peculiar catalyst. Well, I guess it's not a big deal. Will you bear the nightmare, or...
Like I'm gonna say no.
At least let me finish my line! Yeah, sure, Swell! The Grendel's all yours!
Man!
Alright, here we go.
So that's it.
There it is.
A real sight, huh? I get a rush every time I see it. But it might have met its match with an enhanced giant robot.
What am I seeing? Is that Van?
We'll explain later. Right now, he needs our support.
My way! Just a little more. A little more!
Now's your chance to boost.
Satellite cure.
You saved
I'll
me.
take that.
I'll take you on.
Let's party!
Activating skill. Activating skill.
I'll back you up. Full boost. Don't hold back, Dan. Keep it up. It's working.
Make it count!
I'll be good.
Got you! You're screwed now!
Boost gauge limiter removed.
Unbelievable!
We did it, huh?
That was incredible!
Stealing shit like a pro.
No! What is it doing? Why did it stop? There was only 0.03% left to go! I was so close!
Professor Callahan.
So that's what a Genesis can do, as well as his.
I cannot help but feel mildly fascinated.
All that hard work up in smoke. The boss isn't going to be very happy. I hope you have a plan to make up for this.
Melchior, do something, please! There is only 0.03% remaining. If it doesn't finish, all of this was for...
An unfortunate situation indeed. So, how does it feel? How does it feel to know your research, your entire life, was just rendered meaningless? You tried so hard, even throwing away your humanity. But an incomplete work is nothing but worthless garbage. So how does it feel? Tell me! It's too bad. He would have been much harder to break, but maybe I should have turned my charms on Professor Cronkite instead.
How can someone be so evil?
You have wasted enough time mocking him, Melchior. The police embracers are almost here. It is about time we left.
Oh, true. I suppose we should.
Target sighted!
What the? Just what happened here?
Au revoir. We will be taking our leave now. But we will have our revenge for all the time you've made us waste here.
It's no good. I can't stop the system from falling apart. I can't reconnect it to the orbital net or another energy source either. Supporting such an advanced AI is just too heavy a burden.
But that means he'll...
I'm so sorry. The Genesis isn't reacting to anything anymore.
It's not your fault, Agnes. There must be a way. I'm just not seeing it.
It's fine, Silesian. I'm just paying the price for my foolishness. I crossed the line that should never be crossed, and tried to realize a weapon of pure evil. I allowed myself to be led astray. I have no one to blame but myself.
But... Professor!
I am moved by how much you care for me, even after all I've done. Perhaps you are the right person to entrust with this task after all.
What task?
At this rate, I will have failed as a researcher and died for nothing at all. So, please, don't let this all have been in vain. I may have failed to perfect the formula needed for fusion, but I discovered many others in the process.
Oh, all these formulae.
I believe them to be, as of yet, undiscovered formulae with peacetime applications. Analyze this terminal after I am gone, and you may be able to secure them.
But, Professor, that...
It's not gonna be easy to make use of finds from a technological singularity.
That's putting it lightly. We're talking technology humanity wouldn't have reached on its own for decades. We'll need more than one genius around to make sense of it all.
I feared as much. Cronkite likely won't be able to manage the task alone. If only there were one or two more like him around. If only she were here.
I wish I could tell you not to underestimate me, but I too know my limits.
You're...
Young?
Cronkite,
I will refrain from commenting on all that transpired here. To we researchers, all that matters are results. However, you were able to catch a glimpse of something we all, at the very least, feel a small yearning for. That does have meaning.
Yes, I suppose you're right. My time here is at an end. I leave the rest to you and the many promising youths around us. May you forever remain on the forefront of Calvard's, no, the world's.
I will follow my own path, wherever it may lead me. Though I do intend to make some use of the formulae you leave us.
As do I. We won't let your work be in vain.
What?
Who's that?
Oh. The professor is back!
I'm home, Theo, Zeros. I'm sorry for being away for so long, Catra.
Bran!
If it isn't Professor Latoya Hamilton, one of Epstein's 3 disciples.
In the flesh. I've never had the honor of seeing her in person before this. I'm so glad we made it in time.
Oh, Callahan. You damn fool.
Esmeralda, Giscard, and Professor Hamilton. I didn't know you were back.
I hurried back to Calvard as soon as I learned what was transpiring. It saddens me deeply to have to bid farewell to a fellow researcher and associate like this.
As someone who admired and sought to surpass you, those words mean more to me than you could ever know.
Rest assured that we will use what you have left us. Cronkite and I will see those formulae analyzed. We will all see to it. Esmeralda, Catra, your other assistants, and the artisans of Basel as well. You did so much to further the city's development and held it so dear. Now we will use our strength to nurture yours.
I'd like to believe that ZCF can help in some way too.
I see now. This is what I should have done all along. I feel like in my last moments, I've solved the most difficult formula of all. Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Silesian. And thank you to all who stand with them. Now, I leave with no regrets.
Farewell, Professor Callahan.
May you find peace with Adios above.
So that's how the pieces have fallen. Could we have made use of nuclear weapons? What do you think?
No. If anything, they are something that would put our very existence in danger. They're a forbidden weapon that renders all tactical analysis and strategy meaningless. That Almada has their eyes on them speaks of how much of a threat they really are.
Then we're agreed. Quite the unexpected development this was. Enough to pique the Society's interest as well. And now, where to await Ms. Twining's return for the sake of our midterm goals.
I will provide all the support I can in the meantime.
The Institute of Science claims this formula will allow for a more efficient extraction of orbital energy from septium. Experts believe that the new discovery will have a significant impact on technological development in Zemuria going forward. This revolutionary breakthrough was made possible by the late Professor Callahan as part of his last work.
They really pulled it off, didn't they?
Yeah, in no small part because of Ren and the rest of them. Sounds like the genius professor left Basel as soon as the work was done, though.
That CEO's gonna be in for a fun time now that he's lost 2 of his smartasses.
Maybe. But it sounds like this news has got Vern's shares shooting straight up. Professor Hamilton's back for now, too, so he can probably breathe easy for a while.
I'd heard so much about her, but it was such a surprise to actually get to meet her. She's such an amazing lady.
She really is. I couldn't agree more.
So you're Lilia's granddaughter. You do resemble her, not just the way you look. I can see you also possess her kindness and strong spirit.
This is one of my great-grandfather's diaries.
This brings me back. I would catch him writing entries from time to time. Oh, this one is about me, Gerhard, and Albert. I still remember that time like it was yesterday.
Well, I only met him once back when I was a youngster. It makes me nostalgic thinking back on it now.
I don't mean to interrupt your reminiscing, but those words toward the end are rather ominous. I can see why it inspired you to risk so much to collect the Genesis.
Yes.
Else all that we know will come to an end.
I can't imagine it's meant to be taken any way other than literally, especially when you consider how the Genesis have been used so far.
Yeah, the kind of shit they're capable of almost feels like a bad joke sometimes.
So far, we've managed to gather 5 of the 8 Genesis. But do you think it would be better if I left them in the hands of you and the other disciples?
Yes.
No, I think there are too much for even us to handle. If they truly are experimental apparatuses that Professor Epstein somehow created to gauge the world, then, and this will sound rather unscientific of me, it's as if destiny willed them to be in your hands. I plan to stay in Calvard for a while, so I'll get in contact with Albert and Gerhard about this. Fortunately, we happen to have someone else who knows both of them right here with us.
I'd be happy to serve as a mediator between all parties. We have much to discuss about the West Zemuria Tech Union as well.
I will also do what I can to help Reset. Is everything still in order with regards to attaching Reset's new parts, Esmeralda?
As in order as can be. Our prospects were already bright with her being such a capable engineer, but with you, they'll be even brighter.
Me and the other artisans will be happy to pitch in with any precise adjustments, too. We'll see they aren't even a millerage off.
And I'll help too, of course.
I don't think we have anything to worry about with this many people on the case.
Yes, it really is wonderful to see.
Well, can't say I give a damn about Marduk at the end of the day. Reset's a different story, though. She's one of the team. So take good care of her, if you don't mind.
I don't mind one bit. You said your name was Van, I believe. This may be a strange favor to ask. but I'd like you to look after my teacher's dear descendant. It would mean the world to me. And if you could please look after her young friends. But you were planning to do that even if I didn't ask, weren't you?
You got me. I'll do what I can to meet my obligation as their employer, at the very least.
Van.
We save his ass way more than he saves ours.
Is something wrong, Catra?
It's just... I'm so happy you're back. I am. But I wasn't able to do a thing in your absence. I feel like such a failure.
Catra.
You been sleepwalking these past few days or something? We couldn't have dreamed of dealing with this whole mess without you. You are our guide through and through.
We never would have thought to go to that factory without you. And I doubt we could have gotten through to Professor Callahan either. We owe everything to your efforts and perseverance.
Plus, your orbital drones were a huge help.
You weren't too bad for someone who still looks and thinks like a kid. So, good job on this one, or whatever.
Why do you always gotta be so far up your own ass?
See now? Not just anyone can be blessed with so many in their corner, you know.
Thank you for all you have done in my absence. It's good to be home. I've missed you, Catra.
Yeah, but not half as much as I've missed you, Gran.
By the way, Agnes, did you manage to finish your report on your visitation to Basel?
I most certainly did. The others in my group helped a lot too, and we ended up receiving some very positive feedback from the school. Though I'm happy Ren was willing to cover up so much for me. No, happy isn't what I should be saying, is it?
The old fart's broken moral compass starting to rub off on you, huh?
I'm being careful not to go too far. I don't want to end up like Van.
Hey.
Oh, we're almost done with the roasted chestnuts.
I look forward to these every year. Their fragrance and soft texture really hammer home that fall is here.
Here you go again. Took the last of them too, you bastard.
Don't worry, we have another batch. Hello, I hope I'm not interrupting.
Oh, hey.
A lovely day to you all. I'm here to resume work once more.
Reset!
That's our maid. 3 o'clock on the dot.
You're all good now, then?
I'm the picture of health, thank you. Professor Hamilton, her students, and many others took excellent care of me. My new artificial limbs are a vast improvement over my previous ones, even. I can see I've had you all very worried. I'm so very sorry.
Oh, Reset, of course we were worried.
We're so glad to have you back. Welcome home, Reset.
Thank you for the warm welcome.
We've got a solid chunk of work that's been piling up, including managing the pay coming in from our last job. You got time to help me out with it right now?
All the time in the world. Oh, but first...
Agnes and Fairy located.
Theo?
Whoa! The hell?
Zeros?
Down, Zeros, and come back here, Theo.
Petra, what are you doing here?
He came along to make sure everything was how it should be after all the work that was done on me. Though he has something else he wishes to discuss in addition to that.
It's a bit cramped, but there's a wired connection to the orbital network here at least. I should be able to work in this environment.
What?
Don't tell me.
That's right. I'm going to be helping out around here for a while. I'll admit that Professor Hamilton may have been the one to recommend it, but the final decision was mine. All of you remarkably captured my interest during our time together. Not just because of Agnes's Genesis, but because of that Grendel and Mare, too.
I suppose no one can blame you for that.
I'm also concerned on a broader level. Basel doesn't appear to be the only place where criminals are misusing tech for nefarious purposes. So I think Arkwright Solutions is going to need its own technical advisor, don't you?
That's, actually a good point.
A very good point. While I am well versed in modern technology, my field is software, not hardware.
Those black and silver thingies would be good backup in a fight, too. What's it gonna be, Chief?
Screw it. What's one more at this point? I'll introduce you to our landlords later.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to working here.
Oh, but Reset, Katra, you've got to try the roasted chestnuts. They're super soft and sweet.
I'll go and make some more coffee for us, too.
You served me well in Basel. We could have had quite the crisis on our hands if events had been allowed to play out as our foes wanted.
Thank you, sir. Though I believe most of the credit goes to our agent in the field and the Principality's representatives. I will admit that I did not anticipate you hiring Marduk to act when they did, however.
They will do whatever you ask so long as the price is right. It makes them rather convenient in times like these. There are advantages to their being a neutral organization beholden to no government, even if using their services requires an objective mindset. I imagine you can see their merits as well, Professor Cronkite.
I do. At least they are competent, unlike a certain superior of mine that I could name.
I don't disagree. The time is long past due for Vern to appoint a new CEO. We can maintain the status quo as long as Professor Hamilton remains in the Republic. But as soon as she departs, we will indeed make the necessary arrangements.
I see no issue with that timeline.
Now, as we previously agreed, I think it's about time you got to work. After all, this project will bring about massive change to the Republic, to the entire world. Nothing will be the same after the Republican Army's Zeku space base is completed and in operation.
Those are impressive results. Then I'll update your rank.
Got it. That's just about perfect.
Well, this is embarrassing. Katra Silesian, together with Fio and Zeros, I'll do whatever I can to assist.